Hello Cancers, and welcome to your June 2022 reading. So I meditated on your energy and what Spirit wanted to talk to you about. The first card that came out is the Seven of Pentacles. So the Seven of Pentacles, like if you're coming into this month and you're reflecting on how you've invested yourself, in what you've invested yourself, in whom you've invested yourself, and there's a point of tiredness at this point, of questioning, because you haven't had any fruits from this investment, okay? And it can be an investment in, of course, like solid things, you know, like you really invested in a company or in a project, but it can be investment in relationships and people, in dreams, and so on. So we arrive in a certain reflective moment, and here the second card is the Nine of Pentacles and the Three of Cups. Seems to be at a certain point, because the thing between those two, what puts those two, let's say, in contrast, or when they are together. When they are together, that would be a very independent person that knows her worth and her value, and that can celebrate life with her friends and companions and so on. When they're in contrast, then you have somebody very isolated that has a hard time celebrating with other people, or having people that want to celebrate their success with them. Okay, it would be more of one of those two reversed. Okay, and the Nine of Pentacles can easily become this ivory tower around us, which makes us having a hard time connecting with others. So because this reflection comes in this month, because at the end of the month you have the Tower and the Hangman. There's an understanding that will come out of that dynamic that will kind of get to you, and at one point it's like, now that I've seen it, I cannot unsee it. I've got the illumination of it. And that is going to deconstruct the way you used to garden your garden. Okay, the way you used to invest yourself, and the way you used to interact with others, from you and your worth with the others. Under our Seven of Pentacles, we have the Queen of Cups, that's you Cancer, and the Devil. And under that we have the Queen of Pentacles. So we have two queens here, right there. Root chakra, sacral chakra, right there with the Devil. So you're coming in the month and you're kind of figuring where you lose your power, and how, you know, it affected your willpower, of course, because here his stick is pretty stagnant. It's not moving. With the Hangman there, I'm thinking things haven't moved higher. It's in an area of your life where there wasn't any growth or movement. Queen of Cups and the Devil. This is when, you know, our half-truths or our traumas or our because it only shows us what we've experienced until now. And when it's mixed with the Queen of Cups, that means it limits also our capacity to receive unconditional love, our capacity, our intuition. You know, it's going to be mixed with our vision from our traumas, from our karma, from all of these things. Those two together, we can become very untrusting, we can become very like keeping a constant low frequency within us that we're fighting constantly. And here with the Queen of Pentacles on top of it, our capacity to allow abundance in our lives and worth and value, and knowing we have what it takes to do it, and then we try to feel our way, but our karma takes precedence. So, you know, do I don't trust this situation because I've been burned before, or is it really because energetically wise I'm picking up the vibes from it and it says no inside? At that point with the Devil, the Queen of Cups has a hard time having references, and also has since kind of put a seal on her sacral chakra in a way. Okay, so under the Nine of Pentacles and the Three of Cups, there's a beautiful thing happening this month. We have an Ace of Cups, Strength, and the Lovers. So this month, Cancer, I wouldn't be surprised if you would make a connection through maybe your social circle, or a friend of a friend, or whatever. But that connection, let's say, will be from their higher self, and that will connect to your higher self strength, and that will open up for you the capacity to actually allow a new cup of water within yourself, allowing you to hear the star, let go of all of the old emotional baggage that was influenced by his belief. Here there's a beautiful realignment of who you truly are, and reallowing water into your life, Cancer. Making the choice to do so. But I wouldn't be surprised if it would arrive through connections, or actually change connections around you. Under the Tower and the Hangman, because all of a sudden I'm seeing things from a completely different angle here. And maybe what I'm seeing from a completely different angle is my Five of Swords. How my mind could dismantle other parts of me, other people, my dreams, my aspirations, and then look at that. Then I have the Six of Cups and the Eight of Wands. So, it's like all of a sudden, then I connect on a heart chakra level, of a beautiful, balanced heart, Six of Cups, and the Eight of Wands. And I act and move accordingly. So we're going from total stagnation and not receiving the fruits of others, because maybe we've isolated ourselves so much. But this month, something is shaking your world, where you're going to allow to reconnect and to receive new water. You will not let your mind stop you, or if it's your own mind or somebody outside of you stop you, because the Tower is there. But there won't be any more sabotage here on that level. Bottom of the deck, I do have the Magician. This month you're going back into your power. Let's clarify this for Cancer. I call upon the divine. I call upon the light. I call upon the Holy Spirit. Help me clarify this reading for Cancers for the month of June. it's almost like, you know, when you have people around you that, because there's this image of, you know, the belief that people don't want your happiness. They're all out to get for themselves. There's kind of a belief of that is the truth. And it hurts you. And it isolated you slowly from people. That doesn't mean you didn't have like 100 experiences in life proving you that that was your truth. Because that's how the universe works. It will always make us right. Not because of what we want, but because of what we believe. Let's clarify that Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles. Woohoo! The devil. Are you really seeing your devil? And here is another isolated person. Nine of Wands. All the nines are isolated. Because this is like the peak as us by ourselves. 10, there's the sharing happening. Or 10 of Swords is not really sharing, but it's a realization. But 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacle, sorry. So here, 7 of Pentacle and the devil. And here I have the 9 of Wands. But this guy is also isolated because he remembers every time he got hit on his head, he still has the bandage, you know. So nothing happening, and I'm really wary of what could be coming my way. So I'm not moving. I'm afraid to be hurt. That's my belief. So I'm not even, maybe you've even stopped investing, stopped working your garden. Well, there's not enough water in that garden to begin with. And you've cut your access to your water here because you didn't want to get hurt. But here, devil, you're really facing your devil at the beginning of the month, Cancer. We had a full moon in Scorpio with an eclipse last month, so you know, you could have had a couple of revelation there. Let's look at that 9 of Pentacles with the 3 of Cups. Ooh, we turned around. There's our 9 of Wands. And there's our 4 of Cups. And if you notice, the 3 cups of the 3 of Cups, they're on the ground. So they're not that much. And the way he looks at it, been there, done that. I'm not being fed by the people and the experiences in my life. I have no water supply. I'm running on my own recycled water. At that point, you drink your own pee, okay? And it's not fulfilling at all. And you kind of don't see that cup because he's telling you that you'll never have it. And you believe it. You believe it to the point that you disconnected from your connection of overflow of new water. And when it comes to when we manifest here, Magician, well, if our cup is only, you know, half full and has been recycled 100 times, it's not as lively as it was, isn't it? And the 9 of Wands being there again, I'm on my guard. I was talking about the ivory tower around the 9 of Pentacles where she becomes completely self-sufficient. But with the 9 of Wands, she isolated herself completely. it's going to take a tower to break that tower down. Okay? Tower and Hangman. Ace of Wands. A new passion. A new way of driving your force and your willpower here. It could be a new passion that gets you out of this very stagnated routine. Nothing is happening to me, and I'm convincing myself that nothing will ever happen to me. By looking at this from a different angle, that actually allows you to open up and receive an Ace of Wands. That you will be able to look at that. That fire and that energy to reinvest myself into this world. 8 of Pentacles, not 7, 8, and actually see results. Let's look at the Devil and the Queen of Cups here. Ooh. Okay. So the one that reverses a 9, another 9, another isolated woman here, affected the mental. And here is the 10 of Pentacles. Nothing is moving and you've hit your ceiling. 10 of Pentacles. Here there's a bunch of cards that came down, but they're face down, so I'm just going to look at them quickly. All right. And 10 of Pentacles, that also means that, okay, of course, this was not growing anymore. We hit our 10 of Pentacles to the limit that we can conceive it. Okay, if the limit of my concept of what I can accumulate based on my worth here and the way that the world works and others and so on, if I believe that the what I can accumulate is this big, that's going to be the limit. That's going to be my 10 of Pentacles. And then if my consciousness doesn't rise, or my capacity to absorb or to manifest or to ground and grow, then this will start to implode slowly. And so that's the law of the tens. The tens have to then get to the next cycle and the next cycle, and we go through that so many times in our life. It's not always 10 of Pentacles, whoa, ends all be all, you'll never have more than that, you've reached your 10. Okay? No, it goes and it goes and it goes. But it always carries every time the concept of total abundance. There's a whole empire there that is long-term embedded and transmitted from one generation to another. That's why it can represent, with double devil like this, it can even represent like bloodline karma, like I was explaining in the Gemini reading. Let's look at the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, Knight of Sword. That's good. And here we have the 8 of Cups. So out of that anxiety, here the 8 of Cups in your self-worth, it's almost like you had that idea of, you know what? There's gotta be more out there. Instead of being in anxiety of nothing ever happens to me, I never receive any new cups. Where's that Ace of Cups? Not for me. Anxiety, anxiety. Knight of Sword, I'm getting it. 8 of Cups, there's more water out there. And I have what it takes to go and get it. Queen of Pentacles. This is like, oh my God, I've been depriving myself of emotional abundance. This is a recuperation of power. That's to take you out of that slow isolation. And of course, like, you know, you're a crab, so you will have this protection around you. This is your strength, but it can also become your downfall. So this speaks to the ones who it became, I have such an amazing defensive, protective system that nobody can get through. Let's look at that strength, you know, because to allow new water in, it takes strength. Our ego is going to be like, what the heck are you doing? This can be dangerous. Remember everything we went through, and that's your only reality. But the Lovers is completely different. The Lovers has the divine feminine looking up at the angel instead of looking at us, looking at what is. Therefore, reaching her higher self over the animalistic side, the ego, and therefore being able to have that beautiful Ace of Cups that is right now in the hand of God, but that at least at the beginning of the month you're facing the part of you that didn't believe in that cup and making the decision to go for it. Show me that cup. And when we look at, okay, show me the first Lover's Strength and Cup, sorry. Three of Cups again. Three of Cups, Three of Cups. I need a cup if I want to rise my cup to the air. The three graces, inspiration, creation, judgment. I'm making a judgment on this. On all the parts of me that were so screwed. Five of Swords, Seven of Swords. That got screwed, that got disempowered, that finally believed it when somebody told us that we would never get any more than this. So, doing through all of that judgment, what is not us, what was maybe passed down as a belief, we're going to get rid of, exorcise, turning that shadow into light because we're bringing a higher consciousness to it and letting go of all of the water reference, emotional reference, vibration of the past hurts. The Star, and I don't know if you see, but the Star is naked. She doesn't have a huge protective gear around her. She remembers who she was to begin with. And that's what allows infinite water to come towards her. And here we have the Ten of Pentacles. So, and here with the King of Wands, I think, like for Gemini, was gaining back their fire. Through this, you, Cancer, are gonna get back a sense of your fire and a big sense of how maybe you let it, you know, you pour a bucket over it. And so the Star and the Ten of Pentacles, this is a really a beautiful realignment of a bloodline, of a baggage, of what you want to bring in and invest yourself in. Let's look under that Ace of Wands. We had like under the Tower and the Hangman. We have the Ace of Wands with that, but under that we had that Five of Swords, and I want to clarify the Five of Swords for you because this is leading to a beautiful new beginning, like freedom. Six of Cups, Six of Wands. Yeah, you're going to take that fire and you're going to be like, I've got nothing to prove. This is what I love. I'm taking that cup, and it kind of opened up also on the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups with the Six of Cups. That's going to be like, you know, I'm taking that cup to my heart with no old baggage and old karma attached to it. I'm allowing it to happen. I will not destroy it in my mind before it even gets here. You know, if it's about your social connections, because we have the Three of Cups. This is like, you know, oh, I'm going to present you my friend. Oh, yeah, I see the type. And you destroy it completely in your mind before even meeting the person. If you have a little tendency of doing this, this is the devil here. That's the karma. So that is one of the side effects of having isolated yourself so much. And Six of Cups here. You see that beauty? This can be a beautiful. It's your heart being filled up and purified. Eight of Wands, and that Ace of Wands is going right away in the Eight of Wands. Wow, I'm growing it. I'm going 100 miles an hour, and it's all in the joy and purification here. That Tower is freeing you. And there's the callback of our Queen of Pentacles. And here we have the Four of Pentacles. So again, closed up. You're opening up. You're freeing yourself. Gemini was freeing its fire. And I think that you are gaining a new fire here. That's for sure. You're freeing yourself to receive water. But there's a beautiful freedom happening here for you too, my beautiful Cancers. So on this, I'm sending you all my love and light. Thank you for watching, sharing, commenting. Please subscribe to help grow the channel. If you want a private reading, there's a description below. There's an email. You write to me, I write to you back. And of course, I would never write a phone number in the comment sections. Thank you for the ones of you who gave donations. It helps more than you think. And of course, this month, well, for the month of May, on the 30th of the night of the shower of meteorite, I'm going to do a little ceremony to give you back. And of course, at the next new moon, at the end of the month of June, on the 29th, I think, new moon in Cancer, I am going to do a little ceremony to give you back, to thank you for those gifts. So on this, my beautiful Cancers, all my love and light. And I'll see you next month. Mwah. Namaste.